Hi guys, it's Francine and welcome back to the BL Society podcast. I'm here with
Helen
and Rox.
Yes, and today we have a very, very, very special podcast because, as you can see by our beautiful t-shirts here, we will be recapping our experience with the first ever Zeenunew Fanmeet in Los Angeles, but also technically it's like the first BL Fanmeet in Los Angeles. So we just kind of want to talk about that for a little bit. So who wants to go first?
Wow, that's a loaded question. I don't know. It was really exciting. I think leading up to it, it was really nerve-wracking. I think a lot of us didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what to expect, especially because language barrier was a little bit of a concern, is like, how are we going to be able to consume the content and enjoy? And then also just really being really happy that they're just here and not really worrying about that and just, figuring it out. So it was an interesting start to the day, but I think as we got there and got to meet the people that we always interact with on a daily basis, whether it's through the comment section, whether it's through their videos, I think it became a little bit less nerve-wracking, right?
Mm-hmm. It just became fun being around everybody who obviously loves BL and loves Zeenunew.
I mean, I think it was so fun to actually be like present in person at something, because most of the time as at least international fans, we kind of just consume the content online. So that's Twitter, that's like TikTok, that's videos, whatever it may be. We don't actually get to be there in person a lot of the time. So just actually being in person, like literally Zeenunew are in the building. Okay, like they're in the building with you. I think that was just like really fun. But I personally like just really enjoyed the experience of the fandom, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So just being in line, we actually passed out like freebies and things like that, and there was a ton of people passing out freebies. The amount of freebies that we got is insane, and like
it was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. Whole little bag is full of freebies. Like I have like bags of stuff, like pins and like charms, keychains, like they went all out. Bracelets, they went all out, and I thought that's just like really fun, like fun fandom stuff.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed it. I had fun. We also got to like meet a lot of our like online friends, so a lot of like TikTok creators and a lot of like people that we interact with in like comments and stuff. So that was really fun.
And even the people we didn't know were crazy nice.
Yes, everybody was so nice. Even like the staff at the like venue, like I'm pretty sure it's the staff who was organizing, they were also really, really nice too. So I think they all did a pretty good job. It was the first event. Like we can only kind of go up from here. Hopefully more people decide to come to hopefully Los Angeles, because like hello,
they could come to San Diego. It'd be fine.
I feel like I feel like Los Angeles is like a safer bet.
It's better, but I can handle San Diego because at least it's drivable.
Yeah, it's drivable. It's we could get there. If you pick me up, Helen.
Of course, I'll pick you up and we'll stay at Hotel Roxy.
We'll stay at Hotel Rox. But yeah, I think overall it was a great experience. So we kind of got there, we kind of chilled, relaxed, talked to people, had fun until we got inside the venue. Our first experience was actually sound check. So from sound check, do you guys can recall anything that you like really enjoyed?
I think I blacked it all out because I was so excited because they were literally there in person and super sweet and sang like right off the bat. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think they sang right off the bat. They sounded good even in sound check. They just sounded really good. I think everything in sound check was cute. They were being cute with each other. I feel like the fan service was a little turned down for LA, but that's to understand. I feel like that's understandable because we get too excited in America. I think we're more open, and so maybe they're like, we should be careful with these American fans.
That or it was just a jet lag.
They were jet lagged. They were super jet lagged.
Z did say that he didn't realize how bad the jet lag would be.
Oh yeah, because he said it was his first time being anywhere like
this far,
that far
That
away
far.
from his own time zone.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're 14 hours behind, like it was, middle of the night for them usually.
Yeah. However, I do have to say that I, as a Los Angeles born and raised, was so happy when they went to In-N-Out. Like I was so happy about, I mean, obviously West Coast has In-N-Out, but like there's something about just when like K-pop or artists come and they go to In-N-Out. I don't know, I'm kind of like prideful for whatever reason. It's fun. It's just like a fun thing. Especially because like, side note, because like we always know that Stray Kids comes in In-N-Out. So I'm like, they need to have In-N-Out. Z and Nunu need to have, and they liked In-N-Out, so I'm happy.
Well, we know Nunu liked In-N-Out. I don't know. Did Z say what he?
I feel like
if you want to sponsor us.
Yeah, In-N-Out sponsor. I feel like he had a protein burger though, Z. Like I'm sure he had the protein burger. For sound check, if I am not mistaken, and Rox, you need to remind me because my memory is really bad. Was that my YN moment?
Yes, that was your YN moment.
You know that I'm really bad at memory. So my little YN moment at soundcheck, they were just kind of getting off stage already, and it was pretty like chill, right? They just were getting off soundcheck, and so of course I personally don't really yell out things because that's just like I'm shy, and like, but this time I was like, it's Zeenunew, so I basically just yelled out like we love you or I love you or something like that, and then they yelled it back. So that was my YN moment, and I am very happy about that because I didn't catch it on camera, Rox didn't catch it on camera, Helen didn't catch it on camera. However, seat neighbors that she did catch it, and then she sent it to us. Well, she sent it to Rox, but then Rox sent it to me. So there we go. That was my YN moment. That was really fun. So
and now we're friends on social media.
And now we made friends. I love making friends at like venues and concerts. It's like my favorite part.
Like she's been liking and commenting on my TikToks now. So
yeah, like we're besties actually now. And
we're gonna see each other at the Rose concert.
Yes, you guys are. I want to go.
Well, we're going to Queen concert.
We're going to Queen the same day as the Rose. Unfortunately, we couldn't go to
we don't have our own thing to do.
We do, but I want to go to the Rose too. Anyway,
next year.
See how it is.
Next year. But the actual show itself for Zeenunew, I enjoyed it. I think it was good. I had a good time. It was because it was more of a fan meet. They had a couple songs, and then they also had games and like a Q&A portion. So it was more of a mix of like little events. Do you guys recall or have like a favorite moment from the actual fan meet portion of it? Whether that's a song, a game, or like a question answer thing that they did?
Well, Nunu's voice, of course. He's amazing, and he was amazing in person. And Z was really good too, but Nunu's voice is just incredible. But also like really when they had the host try the lie detector test.
Oh yeah, that was so funny.
That was amazing, and the fact that she was willing to do it also was great too.
Yeah.
Apparently the shocker, like that game where you get like the lie detector, it wasn't working because they all got shocked or they were all lying. I don't think so though. I think the thing wasn't working. But yeah, that was a cute moment.
I ran halfway across the stage.
That was so funny and cute. I actually posted that on TikTok, and that was like it was funny. People were laughing. It was really cute.
That was one of my favorites.
That was one of my favorites too. My favorite moment, I think, would actually be when they were playing the basketball game. It was basically you had to like try to get the a little ball in the basket, but they were like across the way from each other. Nunu was like being really cute about the way he was throwing, and then one of the little balls that he threw actually went off stage, and then Z goes literally off stage and to retrieve it, and like everybody's like, what, you could just let it go. And when he comes back and they're cleaning up the game, he has the ball in his hand and he's like, what do I do with this now? They took the baskets and they took the ball. I thought that was so funny. Yeah, I thought that was so cute and so funny. So that was one of my favorite moments from the show.
I think my favorite moments is when they were asking them to like they had to choose cards to act, and then Nunu got the like being sexy, and it was just so funny because he was struggling so hard to be sexy and seduce Z, which I don't blame.
Yeah,
I would have a hard time too. And it was like funny because the music, they would turn it off halfway and they'd be like, hey, turn the music back on. It set the mood. And it was really funny to see him try and struggle, because I get it. If I had to look into Z's eyes too, I would struggle as well.
and he was so shy about it too. Like Nunu was so shy. It was super cute. I thought it was cute.
Whoever was on the audio though, they were like a comedic genius.
Yeah, they had great timing.
They would turn on and off. It was amazing. Had the entire audience laughing.
Yeah,
I know they had good timing with that. So I enjoyed it. I think the whole show was funny and fun. I'm glad to just be in their presence. They're really pretty.
They are, though we don't know how tall they are.
Oh my god, Roxy just reminded me. My literally one wish or goal for this entire event was to see how tall I am compared to Z, because I think Z is supposed to be like 6 or something, like 6 feet. I don't know how tall he's supposed to be, but I was like, I'm 5'4", so I was like, I want to know the height difference, right? Because I just like height differences. They were sitting down for the like
during our high touch, not during all of the high touch, but during our high touch.
The worst
They were sitting down.
Was during the high touch. I did the same thing that Francine did, because during the high touch, Nunu was using both hands and Z went this hand, and my brain was not able to switch quick enough because I'm slow at processing, and I went like this.
I literally Nunu, we did like a little high five like that, right? Like a double, but Z only had one hand up. So again, I did the same thing that Helen. So what I did, I literally had my hands and I went and I went like that. I was like, why would I do that? Why? It was one hand.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
You just go this, and then you see that one, you're like this, and then you go to do two, and you see that one hand is up, and
I go,
oh, that's all you do.
Yeah, I went. It's fine.
It's that watermelon moment from like Dirty Dancing. I knew I was
pretty
gonna do it at some point.
I'm pretty sure Z looked at me like, American.
I feel like a lot of people did it though.
You American.
At least I didn't fall, because I keep falling, and like
at least Helen didn't fall. Literally, guys, everywhere I have ever been with Helen, she's fallen. Like everywhere.
I mean, actually, Helen, you should have fallen because they could have helped you up. What's wrong with you? The one time it could have been Z and Nunu helping you up.
I don't know. It's too embarrassing for me though.
Yeah. We got our little picture though, because we did get VIP. So VIP gets a group of 10, and we had like a whole group. So we all took a picture. Me, Helen, and Rox were standing behind them, and that picture's on TikTok somewhere and like Instagram. But
it's not the professional one yet, though.
No, it's not the professional. It's just like we had friends in the audience, and because they hadn't gone up yet, and they were still in the audience while we were up, I basically was like, hey, take a picture while we're up there. And so she was able to like get us a picture. So we haven't gotten like the professional ones yet, but I'm pretty sure they'll upload in a couple days. But yeah, it was really nice. It was cool, and it was awkward because like all you could really say is thank you for being here, and like
you don't even have that much time. All you could say was thank you and then walk.
Yeah. That's all we said. I said thank you for being here, or thank you for coming, or I said something along the lines of like, thank you for coming. That's what I said.
Glad they didn't give us too much time to talk, because I definitely would have said something dumb. So I'm cool with it. Like I was
not really that I feel that they would have understood all that much, unless it was like
I would have felt it. It would have been in my conscience, and I'm glad, because somebody could have translated to them like, what did that weird girl say? And that's my
group
fear.
Of weird
that's
girls
like my fear. Plus Nunu knows some English, so my fear is like the one stupid thing I'll say is he'll get it, and then
Z does too. Z said what did Z say that made everybody get what did he say? Said it makes some noise. He said make some noise. I thought that was so cute and so funny. Yeah, and everybody did make noise.
Mm-hmm. We listened really well as an audience.
We listened really well. After we did the high touch, that was basically the end. So the show it didn't really last that long, I feel like.
It was
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
Because the
2
sound check
hours.
was at 2, the show started at 3,
And it
the
ended at
high touch
5.
and photos started at 5.
Mhm.
So they were still
Yeah.
there for over. Well, I mean, the high touch and the show ended at 5. The high touch and stuff started at like 5:40.
Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't super exhausted at the end of the night. I mean, I was tired because we just like all day had been there, but it was a good experience. And sunburn.
Good.
I think this was like the first event, so we can always improve. But overall, I definitely give this like a good event. It was fun. It was good. As a fan, I appreciate it.
I don't regret spending the money at all.
Oh,
No.
same. I don't regret spending the money.
I
Not
would
at
do
all.
it
was
again
good.
in a heartbeat. Like,
Yeah,
I would do
and
it.
everybody was just so nice. Like
mhm.
everybody was so nice. It
And
was
some people had come from like pretty far too. Like there
Yeah.
was those 2 girls that had come from Mississippi,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and they only
did
found out
amazing.
about it like 2 weeks ago, and they made it happen. They were that excited to
that
come.
dedicated to
I
come.
think
I know.
I think that would leads us to like in the future, if they do a better job with promoting it, because I feel like there was a lot of people who didn't know until last minute and couldn't come. If they do a better job promoting it, where like people
With enough time.
yeah,
Mhm.
more people would have been like a bigger event, just because more people would have been able to go. It's just that I don't know if people know how big the states are, but they're huge, and so it's like it takes a lot more sometimes to like get
Planning.
there, especially if you're traveling.
Yeah, planning and traveling and like
Flight
booking
but then
hotels,
and
flights.
it's not even just that. Then you have to take off of work, and work needs like advance notice, and you need vacation time. Like it's kind of a thing. So sometimes people can do last minute, and some people need just like a little bit
more time to plan. Yeah, that makes sense.
And so like when the tickets went on sale, and this was like a little bit less than a month later, people didn't know about it, and then didn't have time to plan when they did find out.
Yeah,
That's
the
true.
girls sitting next to us found out the week before, and like they were able to make it, but that's how short of notice they had.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do think people tend to forget how big the states are.
The
Like
US is. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's not travel. Like you can't travel if it's like
I live
yeah, you have to drive.
well
to
where
us.
I live in California, I can drive 14 hours north and still be in California.
Yes, California is big. Even me and Helen, who relatively are in the county of Los Angeles,
Yeah.
technically she's still like an hour and like change away from me. Like it's still far. Like it's far. So even that, it's like this is a big place. There's a lot of people here too.
Right.
So, I mean, I think just a little bit more, definitely more promotion of the event prior would be really good. So maybe for next event, they will know to like maybe promote a little earlier or something
Right.
like that.
Or
That would
more
be good.
often.
More
'Cause
often.
I think it was like mentioned like twice on Twitter, and that was kind of it. The rest of the promotion was kind of done by
fans.
Yeah.
And-
I'm gonna say we were some of those fans who were promoting.
We
Shout out
definitely
to
let
us.
some people know that
We
this
did.
was happening.
But I
Some
think
of them found out too late.
They
Right.
did.
I think
From
more needs
us.
to be done. Yeah, I think more needs to be done. And even if it's like, oh, okay, Zeenunew are coming, if they had told us in the summertime to like watch out for October, there's a possible event. Even if you don't have dates, then people will know to look around that time to see that something could happen. I think
Or to start
that-
saving money for the possibility
Yeah.
of having to travel to
Right.
like LA.
like
or
we
something.
know Stray Kids tickets haven't gone on sale, but we're already kind of like
We know.
preparing, like it's gonna go soon, and so we know, right?
We know. We're waiting. That's
We're
that's the problem. Honestly, I had a good time. I had a good time hanging out with you guys too.
Mhm.
I think that was like super fun. We all
Fun girls
had
weekend.
a girls weekend at Helen's, and it was also Rox's birthday,
Was
and so it was basically like a birthday weekend almost. So that was fun too. But yeah, it was just really fun meeting everybody. I think the best part was just kind of literally just sitting by the fountain and just talking to like
Yeah.
everybody.
yeah.
That was like the fun part, talking to people. We did catch up with like a couple of our like friends and stuff too. So I mean, I finally got to meet Fame Finally got to meet Kim.
Kim.
That was nice.
Kim was in the picture with us too, with Zeenunew.
Yeah, Kim was in the picture. We also caught up with the BL and Chill podcast girls as well.
And they're lovely as always.
They are very lovely. Who else? We also Eileen was there, if you follow her on TikTok, as well as the Let's Talk BL podcast was also there as well, and Robbie, again, if you follow them on TikTok. And then we also met some of like our friends who we like chat with in comments a lot as well. Like they're not like creators, but we just like interact with them a lot in the comment section and stuff. So I mean, I think that's like my favorite part, like putting a face to like a lot of these people that you interact with like on a daily basis. So I don't know, I think that was like really fun. I'm glad I got to meet everybody and glad that we made some new friends as well.
Yeah, it was definitely an experience, and I'm really glad we got to go to like the first one and hope we get more.
I'm glad we got to go to the first one too, because Cutie Pie was my first BL and Zeenunew being my first fan meet. It's like
my first introduction to Z was Why Are You?
Cutie Pie was my second.
So
my first NC BL though.
oh yeah, because Light on Me was very PG, very
different,
cute.
very different
vibe.
Very just slightly different vibe, you know.
Yeah, slightly different. It's fine.
But
yeah, I think overall great experience. I think you guys could agree as well. But yeah, this little podcast was just kind of to recap our experience at the Zeenunew first fan meet in Los Angeles. Any closing statements you guys want to give?
Some of us want to talk about Cutie Pie and whatnot. We are going to be having another podcast later about our first BLs, so you'll get more of that there, because obviously it was Francine's first. But yeah, I would say just be super grateful that they came, and that it was just an amazing experience, and that we should really be grateful for everyone who was involved, because everyone had to do something to help make it happen. And yeah, it could have been a little better, but you know what, it was the first one, and they're not used to having them here. So it was just really fun, and it was fun being with everyone and enjoying. And this is what being part of a fandom is, and it's so great.
I agree with Roxy that it was a really good experience. There were some things that could have been better, but overall, I think everyone did a good job for the fact that it was the first time that this happened. You always learn from events, but I think overall, I had a great time. I was laughing. It was cute. I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the people. The atmosphere was great because the staff was nice. I think overall, it was a really, really good experience, and I'm looking forward to seeing more fan meets here and them learning, and then it's going to be even better the next time around. So I'm really hoping that they want to come back and do more, at least in LA for now.
So thank you guys for listening to our recap of the Zeenunew Fanmeet, and again, thank you for listening to the BL Society podcast. We will be probably doing a couple more in the next couple of weeks. We have things planned. We have hopefully things that you guys will enjoy, and thank you guys for joining us today. Bye.